Great to see you back, folks, or hear you back, or glad that you're back. Now we're going to go into calling procedures. We're going to talk about invoking a procedure, passing arguments, and then we're going to go ahead and pass an argument. Okay, so we're going to pass arguments back and forth by invoking a procedure. We want to improve the flexibility of our procedure, and so we're going to ask a question and get an answer back. Okay, we're going to call a procedure, and you probably have a need to go ahead and do this later on. So you can make a procedure, give an answer, or you can make it do something. Okay, I always heard it like this: functions return a value, and then procedures, sub-procedures actually do something. So you could have a procedure do something and then have it call another procedure which does something else. So kind of 6 or 1/2 dozen other. They both mean about the same thing. So we want to go ahead and look at the procedure calling another procedure, see how that works. So this one's going to be called ask question. The ask question is sub, and we're going to dim int answer as integer. Okay, and then int answer equals your input box. Look at that. Equals input box. And then we're going to have, here's your input box, 3. It's going to be text, not a procedure, but we want to get an answer to them. Get an answer from them. 3 times 7 equals what? And then that's the question we're going to ask of the visitor there. Okay, if int answer, if it equals 21, then we're going to call an answer, call the good answer procedure. Oh, and ig is not right, so we want to do and if. Okay, so now watch how we have an error so far because it doesn't know what a good answer is. Separate function not defined. Okay, that's the error that you're going to get if you don't define that procedure. So we are going to define that procedure. Sub good answer and then I'm going to go ahead and do message box correct if they give out a good answer to this. Okay, that's what it's going to. So it gets to this point, it's going to go jump down here, it's going to get correct. So one procedure is calling another procedure. So this one here, 3 times 7 equals what? 21. Good answer, correct. Again, let's go through this and step by step and see what happens. So here, bang, instant replay. Okay, it's like on football. For those of you who like football, you have the instant replay. Well, the FA key is like the instant replay. So let's see that again, folks. Wow, 21. Answer is 21 equals 21. Yeah, good answer. Boom, 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 boom. Notice how it goes to this end sub, and then it goes back, and it finishes off the end F, and then it continues onward. So you could have it go down here and have more code, okay, because it did jump out of this area right here, goes here and down here, and then back up and finishes off and goes down through here again. So it's kind of like the flow of actions. The flow of actions. So that's how one procedure calls another procedure. Okay, now we're going to look at passing arguments. Okay, passing arguments. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this stuff, and we're gonna look at passing arguments. So we're gonna call it sub. We're gonna call it sub finish. Sub finish order. So dim DTE order as date oh, not database, date. That's going to hold a date. So next we're going to get a date from the user. Date from the user. DT order equals input box, and I'm going to get enter date, enter a date, and then I'm going to say here's going to be my function. Now before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and write the function because you're going to be able to see that we have some arguments. It's going to show you it's going to identify with the function. So watch this. Sub ship order, and then the argument is going to be the ship date. DTE ship as date. Okay, we're passing an argument. Remember the word passing an argument. DTE ship equals DTE ship plus 30 then we have the message box ship date DTE ship in 30 days from the date that's passed. Okay, now watch this. Watch how it'll identify the function we just made ship order. So we want to enter a date, We're going to capture the date, and then ship order. Now notice when I push the open parenthesis, it says DT ship as date. That's one that you make. So it's an argument that you made, and Access, since you were the one that plugged it in as a procedure with an argument, you're gonna look like a pro pretty much. It's gonna identify DT ship as something that you want. Now, if you want to put the brackets around it, put the optional keyword in front of it. Okay, optional keyword in front of it, but it won't go there right now. And then the date is going to have to be a date of order. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and run it. Enter a date. So 1/1/2011. Ship date is 2/1/2011. So 30 days after the date that you entered. Again, okay, let's go instant replay. Enter date. Now it's going to be 2/1/2011. Okay, here's the date you entered. 2/1/2011. Ship order. Now it should go down to here, which it does, and it passes the argument, so it's a handoff. enhance the argument to this procedure right here. And passing arguments is good to keep your code kind of consolidated, keep one process to do one thing. So this process, it does the ship order process. It calculates the date, the ship date. So we have a date, ship date is going to be this date. And so it derives the date that's supposed to be shipped. So ship order is this. And then it goes back and it follows continuous. So it goes through this, jumps down here, follows it back up and out. Okay, it's nice and smooth. It goes nice and smooth up and out. Okay. So we passing arguments, and hopefully you realize how to pass an argument, and you might want to practice this, see exactly how it goes. The first few times, it's kind of challenging to figure out, well, what is it actually doing? How am I doing this? So go through it a couple times and find out what you're doing, and apply. Best bet is apply it to what you're doing right now. To apply it to about what your work is right now, and then you'll be able to comprehend it a whole lot easier that way if you apply it to what you're doing right now. Okay, and the last part of this module here, we're going to look at how to obtain help. Okay, kind of basic, but if you go up here to help, online help, it's going to go online, look for help. I would say go to the internet and type in your stuff, Google it. You know, see that term, Google, and go over there to Google and type in what you're looking for, and you'll get an answer. You'll get an answer. If you know the fundamentals, you're gonna find the answer to your problem somewhere. Somebody probably had that question at one time or another, and you're just gonna find their answer, and it's great information you're gonna find out. I would definitely recommend. I found a whole lot of help at expertexchange.com. Okay, so you'll find out that expertexchange.com, and scroll down to the very problem. Otherwise, you have to opt in their list or subscribe. So go down to the bottom and find the accepted answer. Okay, if you Google it, you find Expert Exchange somewhere, you're gonna like the advice I give you. Okay, so some things that you need to look at, or things to remember. The process of combining values to form a single string expression. What is that called? It's called concatenation. Concatenation is the process of combining values to form a single string expression. Okay. Next, which of the following represents the proper order of objects containing other objects? Okay, kind of like what we talked about at the very beginning of this module here. Modules contain procedures, and procedures contain statements. So modules contain procedures, and procedures contain statements. And then the option explicit statement is used to prohibit the use of variables that have not been declared. So if you don't declare a variable, if you don't declare this, you can't use it. So DT order date, if you don't DT order, if you didn't know what DT order is, it won't allow you to use it. It'll allow me to use that. I'm going to take out the whole thing. So variable not defined, you're going to get that error message. Variable not defined. And number 4, the final one. Which structure would be best suited when one variable may have 5 different values requiring 5 possible outcomes? Of course, with a multiple of options, choose a select case. Okay, get good at that. The select case statement. It's a good one to have. A little bit tricky to get the hang of at first, but hopefully you understood it, or you at least grasped the concept throughout this video, and you'll be able to implement it in your own situation. Thanks again for watching, and I want you to come on back, because and those of you who are the subscribers to this are gonna be able to come back again and get the videos, the next one of the video. But we're gonna look at responding to user actions. Okay, that's in the next grouping. Responding to user actions, event procedures, working with events, objects, properties, and methods. You're going to really benefit from that. Okay, so, and other items we're going to cover: validating data, scope. We're going to learn about debugging in the future, handling runtime errors and looping through code, working with records, and finalizing the application. So you're going to really enjoy the rest of this. I encourage you to come on back, or view other items in this scenario, or view other items in this module along the same lines of this subject. And happy coding, everybody. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.